Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back in the shed. Today is Saturday and it's a little bit after lunch, and I went and hit 3 yard sales this morning. Found something at 2 of them, but 1 of them there was nothing there I wanted. But I'm gonna do a little bit of a different kind of video today, and I have some of those items and I probably won't go through all of them, but what I'm going to show y'all is, in case you don't know how to do this, how to look up sold comps on eBay. You know what, and also we're probably going to look at what the actual sell-through rate is, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. But that is essentially like you're looking at how many have sold in the past 90 days versus how many are listed, because we'll talk about it as we go. But I try to pick up stuff that has like a high sell-through rate as much as I can, but if I get it cheap enough, I don't really worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down, I'm going to put my camera on me, and I'm also going to screen record my phone as I look through eBay for these items. So I hope this helps y'all. And I think it was Carolina was asking about this in the comments, so I figured I would make a video about it just for her and anybody else that is trying to figure out exactly how this whole eBay thing works. So let's get started. Alright y'all, so hopefully I've got this set up good enough for y'all to be able to see a little bit of me, and maybe I can put my items over here and y'all can see them real good. But we're going to go through some of these items, and I'm getting ready to hit record on my phone. Here we go. Alright, so here we are over on eBay. And here's our first item. I actually have 2 of them. But I have these 2 Kenwood trucker hats. And they're both new. Nobody's ever worn them. I don't know the age on them. They do have foam inside of them. But this one is made in Mexico. And this one here is AmaPro hat, and it's made in the Philippines. I don't know exactly how old they are, but I did look them up earlier, and they look like, you know, not a whole lot had sold, but they look like somewhere around $15 to $20 each is what they'll sell for. But let's look them up. All right. So I go to my eBay app, and I go to the top up here, and I just type in Kenwood, and it is a trucker hat, and hit search. And all right, up here at the top right, you'll see where it says filter, and you'll see there's a little lock beside that. If you click on that and scroll down, you'll see where it says sold items, and there's a little lock to the left of that. And if I have that locked, then every time I look something up, all it's going to show me is sold items. Now if I unlock that, and then I was to come up here and type in, there's something else I looked up earlier. Alright, so you'll see it is unlocked, and the tab's not moved to the right, so it's showing me only unsold stuff. So let's say I put something else in here, like I have 3 of these little home interior mice I picked up this morning. I got 3 of them for $1, and you might see on the bottom of these they'll have a sticker on that says Homeco, but that is old home interior stuff. So we're going to look up Homeco mouse and see what comes up. Now keep in mind, these are all what are listed. Notice they don't say sold on these, but you see people are asking $25, $18, $19, $20, right? All right, well, we're going to click on filter down here at the bottom in the blue, or if you scroll way to the top, you'll see filter in blue to the right. You can click on that, and what you want to do is scroll down until you see sold items, and you can click that to the right. And if you go back all you're going to see is what's sold. So we can see the same exact ones have sold for $8.95 plus $7.77 shipping. And if we scroll down some more, we can see there's 4 more sets: $22.50, $18.85, $17.99 plus shipping. So there's a whole bunch of them here. And what I like to do is kind of take an average of what they've been selling at, and I would say somewhere in like the $20 to $30 range. So I would probably list them at $30 with free shipping and see if I got any bites. And you know, if I saw somebody was watching it, then I could send them an offer of 5% off and maybe they would buy it. But here's what we want to look at. You'll notice at the bottom where it says filter, or like I said, you can scroll all the way to the top, click filter. Look at the bottom in the blue. It says 134 results. That is how many have sold in 90 days. So that means more than one of those mice sells every day in the past 90 days. All right. Now we're going to click off sold items so we can see how many are listed. All right, we turn that off, and there are 972 that are actually listed versus 134 that have actually sold. There are a whole lot of these things that are actually listed, but if you scroll through and look, not all of them are those exact ones, right? You see right there, there's only 2 of those that are the same. That other one's not what we have. So out of that 993, not all of those are the same mice. There's a bunch in here that aren't. And just kind of scrolling through here, I would say probably somewhere around 60 to 70% of these are what we have. The rest of them are something else. So I would say, you know, that 993, we'll just do a conservative estimate and say about 3/4 of those are what we have. So somewhere around 700 or so, 750 maybe. So that's really not that bad of a sell-through rate because we're getting closer to Christmas, so they're probably still going to sell. But I don't think I'll have any problem selling these things before Christmas if I list them around $25. Now that's my estimate. That's what I think they're going to end up selling for if I want to sell them before this Christmas. Now if I want to hold them till next Christmas and get $30, I reckon I could try that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about how to look stuff up, right? Now, I need to show y'all something because if I go through all this without showing you this, you're probably gonna think I'm crazy. Because when you first start out on the eBay app, you do not see where you can find sold items, and you also do not see where you can lock any items. So I'm gonna show you how to find that. All right, top right, we're gonna go back to our filters, click filter, and right there where it says customize, about 2/3 the way towards the bottom, there's a little cogwheel there. Click that, and then you're going to see 3 different tabs you can slide. The first one is expand all filters. We're going to click that one. That is going to open up that box that shows us sold items. All right, and we also want to be able to lock that. Like if I was in Walmart, or if I was at a yard sale or a thrift store or something, and I only want to see sold, I want to be able to find that, and I want to be able to lock it. So I click that lockable filter. All right, now I'm gonna hit my back arrow and go back, and I'm going to scroll, and now you can see sold items, right? So if I go back into that cogwheel and turn those off, and then I click my back arrow, you can see those sold items aren't there anymore. You have to click down, and there they are. But then when you click them, you can't lock them. Now that's no good to me. All right, so I'm gonna go back down to my cogwheel. I'm gonna expand it. I'm gonna click lockables, and now I got to go back in here, go to sold, and lock it. All right. So that is how you lock. Just sold something. What did we sell, y'all? What did we sell? We sold. The person finally paid yesterday. They ordered they bought a flag, a snowman flag, but they didn't actually pay for it. So that's good. That'll go out tomorrow. And I just heard the mail lady outside right then picking up my packages, and she just closed her door and left. I could have actually got her to wait and got that out, but that's all right. They didn't pay for it, so they're just gonna have to wait. All right. So now let's look up something else. That way I'm not just typing stuff in. Here we go. Here's another item I picked up this morning. This is a Hallmark keepsake ornament. It is a Super Friends lunchbox set. So it's got a lunchbox and it's got a thermos. We're going to do this one a little different. Up at the top in the search bar, you'll see where you can type stuff in, right? You could delete that, and then you could type in keepsake, Super Friends. But I mean, look how long this is taking to type all this in, and then you spell stuff wrong like I did. I mean, I got to go back, put all this in there. All right, so then I can click search, and I can look it up, and I see what they sold for. We got an auction that ended at $5. We got another one. They're $17, $18 shipped. There's another one, $17, $18 shipped. Another one. So somewhere in that $17 to $18 range, it looks like these things are going to sell for. You might could squeeze 20 out of it, but I'd say 17 or 18. All right, so we're going to look back in our filters, and we see that 10 of them have sold in the past 90 days. Now, if we go down here, we'll see how many is listed. So there's 113 listed, so it's only like a 10% sell-through rate on that. But when you pick these things up for 50 cents or $1, you can sit on them for a while, y'all. And if you list them a little bit below other people, you might get a sale a little quicker. All right. Now we're just going to look at solds. All right, this is what I want to show y'all. I haven't tried this, so it may be different, might not. But you see down here, I have 10 results at the bottom, right? All right, now we're going to do a little different. We're going to go back up to this search bar up here. We're going to go back up to that search bar, and we're going to take this UPC right here, and we're going to scan it. All right, and up near the top right, you'll see a little camera icon up there beside that search bar. You're going to click on that, and it's going to open up your camera, and you're going to scan that UPC. And now we only see 4 results. I don't know why I'm showing y'all that. It's already on the screen. But there are only 4 results when I punched that UPC in there. Now, what does that mean? That means that out of those 10 that have sold, only 4 of those listings had that UPC entered in them. And when you do a listing, you can actually scan this UPC and put it in the listing. And I like doing that because if somebody else, you know, was to find one, all they have to do is do what I just did. They just take their camera, click it, point it at UPC, and they can see what they sold for. I will tell you this, if you don't find, when you're scanning something like this one right here, if you only see 4 listings, then what you're going to want to do is open that search bar and actually, well, like I did, type the whole thing in there. And you see I got 10 results instead of 4. So if I would have looked at it to begin with, I would have thought only 4 had sold in 90 days, but 10 have sold. So I would have been looking at a 4% sell-through rate versus a 10% sell-through rate. So I may not have bought that. Now, if I get it for a quarter, I'm going to buy it, because if I get 3 or 4 of these ornaments together, I'll lot them up. All right, let's look at something else. Here's a good one. Here is a Funko Pop, brand new in the box. This is The Walking Dead. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that show, but this is Merle Dixon. This was Daryl's brother that died in the show. All right, so we're going to scan the UPC on it and see what we get. I'm going to hit my camera. I'm going to scan that UPC. And let's look at these sold prices, y'all. Look at that. $30, $35, about $36, $37, another one for $30, another for $36. Wow, that one sold for almost $50, another $35. So I'd give this one $30 easy. All right. Now, we have 8 results on that. Now, we're going to type it in instead of just using that UPC. We're going to see if we get more or less results. So I'm going to type in Funko Pop Merle Dixon. Oh, got to spell it right. If you don't spell it right, a lot of times it'll fix it for you. All right, look at that, y'all. We just went from 8 listings to, or 8 results to 67 results down there at the bottom. Check that out. So now we can really see how many sold. I mean, we were looking at only 8 sold. Now we're looking at 67. Now, let's see how many are listed. We'll go back into our filter. We're going to scroll down and turn off sold. And see what comes up. 93 listed. All right. So we got 67 sold, 93 listed. That is somewhere around a 70% sell-through rate. So I will take that for sure. That means most likely I will sell this within a month's time. If I price it right, if I have good pictures, and especially if I promote it. Let's say I did like a 5% promotion or something. Y'all, I don't mind doing a 5% promotion, because if I only pay $1 or $2 for that and I'm gonna sell it for 30 or 35, I can spare 5% to go ahead and move it out of here. And let's see. And that thing weighs in at less than 5 ounces, so I can ship that first class. Alright, I'm not going to go through all the other items, but I will show you some stuff I picked up. I did spend a total of $41 today. And I picked up that Funko Pop, this Funko Pop. That is a Rick Grimes. He was the sheriff in The Walking Dead. And then we have Daryl Dixon, which is Merle's brother. If you watch the show, you're probably more familiar with Daryl than anybody else up there. But I got all 3 of those. And I picked up this Funko Pop right here. It's called Peppermint Lane. It's Frosty Franklin with the post office. And I paid $5 for this one. Can't remember what this one's worth. Let me look this one up. I don't even think I looked this one up at the sale. I think I just grabbed it. But alright, we're going to go back to our phone. We're going to click the camera and see how many come up. 15 sold in the past 90 days. Looking about 24. There's one for 35. No one for 25. 25. 29. 25. So, I mean, somewhere between 25 and 30, I would say. But, like I said, there's 15 there. Let's see what happens when we just type it in. So we're going to type in, I'm going to just type in Funko, and I'm going to do Frosty Franklin. Alright. Now we have 24 results. So now we're seeing that 24 have actually sold in the past 90 days. And we'll just look at some of these prices. They're all still in that that $20 to $30 range. I'd say 25 to 30 mainly. But yeah, looks like 25 to 30. Now, we got 24 sold. Let's see how many are listed. 24 sold, 91 are still listed. So somewhere in the area of 27-28% sell-through rate, I think is what that would come out to. Not bad. I mean, so that could mean that, you know, somewhere in the next, you got a good chance of selling it somewhere in the next 1 to 4 months, I would say. But what else did I find? I got that Funko Pop and this Scentsy warmer. It's called Mary Mug. I got both of those for $10. And then at that same yard sale, that's where I picked up the 3 mice. I got those for $1. And I also picked up this Dressing Cinderella keepsake from Hallmark, and this Yellow Submarine, the Beatles ornament. That's another keepsake from Hallmark item. And I got this cool NFL Matchbox collection thing here, and there is not a UPC on this, so I have to actually type this one in and look it up. But we'll type it in while I got y'all up here, and we'll see. Alright, we're going to type NFL, Matchbox. I cannot spell today. Matchbox. And I know because I looked this up earlier to put 28. It says 28 football league teams. So you need that 28 in there. And alright, there's one right there that sold for $80. Well, $80 plus shipping. That is insane. I don't know why anybody would pay that. That's almost unbelievable. But there's another one that sold for $24. There's another one that sold for $36. And another one that sold for $22. There's one that apparently is only Washington Redskins. So that's crazy. But yeah, not a whole lot of them. But I didn't mind picking it up because the prices I saw, if I could sell this thing, if I can sell this thing for $25+, I'm willing to let it sit for a little while because I only paid like $1 for it. And then there's this thing. This is a Samsonite silhouette. It's like a travel makeup bag, and it actually has a mirror in it that is still in awesome condition. It still has the tags as Samsonite silhouette. All this stuff in here is in good condition, and it still has the original envelope and the key that goes with it. So that was a good pickup there. The only thing that's not in here, I believe there was a tray that went across the top that's not there. But y'all, that thing is in great condition, and that should fetch about $40 plus shipping on eBay. And I'm going to list this stuff on eBay, Mercari, and some of it on Poshmark. I can't put this on Poshmark because it's 4 pounds and 9 ounces without a box. And I don't want to go over 5 pounds over there on Poshmark because I don't want to pay extra shipping. Alright y'all, that was some of the stuff that I found today at the yard sale. I figured instead of actually taking y'all to the yard sale with me, I'd just bring the yard sale to you, and I would show you how I looked that stuff up on eBay. And I don't always look all that stuff up when I'm at yard sales. Sometimes you get to yard sales and there's a whole lot of customers there, and you kind of have free reign and nobody's like watching you, so you don't mind scanning stuff. But you don't want to be typing in stuff constantly with somebody there. It's just, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's rude, but they're going to catch on to what you're doing. They're going to ask you, are you looking it up on eBay? And then you might not get as good of a price. But I hope that my screen recording there kind of helped you out a little bit and showed you how to look stuff up. I've done a listing video before like that where I sat down and went through the phone. You can look that up on my channel, and if I think about it, I'll try to put a link in the description down below in case you want to try to get into listing stuff on eBay. But look, I appreciate y'all being here. I thank you for staying to the end if you did. And if you got questions about anything I showed you in this video, please comment down below, ask the question. And if you don't want to comment down below, you can reach out to me over on Instagram. And I don't know if I got my email up here. I might have to put it up there. But just reach out to me on Instagram or in the comments down there, and I will be happy to reply to you. Thank y'all for being here again, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.